G'day chaps and welcome back to the Long Dark. Let's have a look at our character. We have tons of clothes, 2 hats. We have decent woolen socks, ragged sports socks under them. We have running shoes.
Getting kind of thirsty.
Thermal underwear, worn jeans, no inners. No outers for the second pair. We have 2 uppers, a decent ski jacket on top of a new windbreaker, which I've just been repairing these. And then inside that we have a new thin wool sweater over a new dress shirt with new fleece mittens. So our clothes are as good as we can get them. I've been thinking a lot about what to do next, by the way. Let's just remind ourselves about inventory. So we have birch saplings, 4 of those, which is going to fit perfectly with our 12 arrowheads. So that should give us 12 arrows exactly. We have our hatchet, we have our knife, we have a hacksaw, 1, 2, 3, 4 fishing tackles, and then some more hooks. We have a litre and whatever of fuel, tons of sewing kits, tons of whetstones, bedroll is good. We have a flare with 1 shell, and a storm lantern that's nearly empty. Food wise, we've got tons outside. We've also got our maple for the bow. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guts. I'm definitely going to build some snares. We have 8 cloth. Don't know if I need any more cloth, probably not. And we have some stuff to read. We have 5 coal, 14 reclaimed wood, and tons of sticks. Tons of matches, so we don't need to worry about that. We could do with a bit more tinder. So that's our sit report. We are completely dehydrated. I'm going to go out the front door because we want some food. We can leave all those cattails there. We're not travelling yet. We will come back to base here before I leave the region, I believe. I'll take some of these anyway. We're going to go over 40 kilos now, because we are heading to the gas station. Unfortunately, I don't like the gas station at this stage of the game because we really can't defend ourselves very well, but I'm thinking a lot about what we do next. And I really bear in mind the comments that you guys have made. I've had more than one saying, "You're doing really well, please don't fuck it up," basically. So the wolf meat is in reasonable condition.
Not gonna be able to carry this load
Take
for much longer.
1 of those. So we're going to be very, very slow. Because we're going to be very slow, I'm going to get pretty close to 50 kilos. Let's have a look at... Oh, they're very heavy, these fish. I really can't pick up any more.
I need something to drink. Soon.
Let's just have a look at these. Cured deer hides, cured wolf pelts. Do we take these or not? I think we do. My indecision is that I am not sure where and when we should do our clothing building. Do we do it in the gas station? I really want to avoid that place if I can, but on the other hand I don't really know where else I can do it. The only other workbench on this map is outside, it's exposed, and it's going to be too cold for us to kind of feasibly... Well, maybe not. I don't know. I'd need to burn a shit ton of fuel to do that, and I should not pick those up, and I'll be completely dependent on the weather. So I think we sneak in to the town site. First what we're going to do is just cross the ice. We are very, very dehydrated, so we're going to need to start a fire. We're going to need to cook up some water. And I want to do that safely.
My stomach is eating itself.
Of course. So we have no flares. We only have this. We have one shot. That's it. So we have some very, very basic self-defense. The other thing I've seen, your comments, again quite interesting, and actually I agree with you, is as soon as people get the bow they get cocky. And when they get cocky they die. So I'm just going to bear that in mind. As I said at the start of this series, I'm really going to go for longevity on this one. I am going to try to last as long as possible. We're going to need to cook up some more water, so I don't know. I don't really want to do any more fishing. Might just do a really quick fire. Ideally we keep it under, I guess we're not going to be under 2 hours, but I just really want to avoid any kind of danger at this point. I want to take things easy, peaceful. I can see a deer way up ahead of us in the far distance.
I'm so cold. I'm warming up again.
So let's just take this one close to us here. Oh, the other thing I need to make is some more torches. Torches is going to be very, very, very useful to us. So now that we have the oil from the fish, we can create some torches. That will give us some basic self-defense in place of a flare. It'll also help us save a few matches. So in this kind of instance up ahead, it would be great to have a flare. Start a flare, not a flare, torch, and then reuse that torch again and again, and then you don't need to waste any matches. So I'll start the fire here. We'll do water, and then I'm gonna head to just the closest place to sleep. We're just gonna sleep. We have enough food. We don't need to care about food. I've probably already raided this. No, I haven't. Oh, cool. There's some tinder we're gonna use. I don't think.
Hope I can still eat this.
I'm just grabbing whatever. I don't. Oh, we're gonna get really heavy now, aren't we? Shit. Alright, maybe I'll just do an extremely quick fire. So we're just about to hit the 50 kilo mark. If you don't know, when you hit the 50 kilo mark... So I can burn this book, it's already been researched. I do want to do that. Just give me a second. So let's burn that book up. That's a guaranteed fire starter. So if you noticed, I dropped the one that we hadn't researched yet. I'm burning the one that we've already researched. It has no more value to us. And I'm doing this because we're actually getting hypothermia right now. So we're losing condition fast. As always, cold is the quickest killer. So it's in this kind of situation exactly that you want to get a fire started quickly. But it's not so bad that I should be wasting oil to do it yet. It's not life-threatening. It's not an emergency situation. Right, let's lose some weight. We can replace all this weight with water. Remember to pick this back up. Alright, let's see what temperature we get to. Okay, so we're above freezing. That's really all we need. Let's just go for the absolute minimum. Half a litre. So to go back to what I was saying, people are saying basically don't fuck it up, don't get heroic because you have the bow. I'm going to bear that in mind. I'm not going to get heroic, I'm going for longevity. Bear in mind, however, that in 3 weeks' time, everything's going to get wiped, right? Because of this latest update, everything is going to get wiped. So I have 3 more weekends to record with you. With that in mind, I'm going to make sure that I record as much as I can. I am really enjoying this series, and I really want to. It seems like they're going to be changing quite a lot in fairly core functionality. So I don't know. Let's just make the most of this. We'll say goodbye to our character, or maybe we do something really risky to kind of kill them off. So we're warming up too slowly, so I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sticks. Risk of intestinal parasites has passed, so we have no conditions whatsoever. I'm going to then eat the gamey wolf meat, and this also saves the game, so it's actually a really good little feature in this kind of scenario. Boom. Risk of intestinal parasites only 1%, basically nothing. It saves the game for us. We're warming up better now. So let's get our thirst slaked, and everything, as you can see in the bottom left, is under control. So now we can do the water we actually need. I always go for 2.5. That's always my standard default water amount. And then I'm going to craft some torches while we stand here. I believe we can do that. I think so. I'm going to take that with us. Alright, scrap that. It's too windy. We're not going to do that. We're just going to have to get where we're going as quick as possible. There's no point trying to take even a torch. There's no point. It's too windy. It will just burn out. There's no point taking anything. It's getting very cold. Okay, so we can't run. The only means of defense we feasibly have is this flare gun, so this is like our backup firearm. Thank you to all of you guys who have been saying, oh, look at the smoke coming out there. Wow. Screenshot. I will be, we are doing a screenshot competition, by the way. And I've decided, I've been looking through my own screenshots. I've got some ones that I really want to show you. I'm going to do it in 3 categories. I'm going to do it in funniest. The ones so that's one category. Because I found one that's really funny from the theme park game from Frontier. And we're going to do another one which is a screenshot you're most proud of. So with that one you're going to have to kind of describe a little backstory and stuff. I'm just going to quieten down now. Keep my ears open. The third one is the most beautiful screenshot, so we'll have a competition. This will be judged solely by me, and it's not really about the judging, the winning. We're all winners. It's more about just showing off your screenshots, but I will choose my personal favourite just to kind of, you know, give it a structure. I'm just going to get out the cold. I'm going to go straight into the first hut and we're going to sleep in that. I'm going to check the other tomorrow morning. I just don't want to be out at night, so that's good enough. We're in safety. I will take it. I don't care about checking any of this right now. Let's just sleep for the max. Let's go for 8 should be enough. This should get us pretty close to 100% actually. And that's foggy, I believe, outside rather than stormy. Fully rested. Just that's a storm outside. Okay. Well, we are stuck indoors. How many calories is it? 1600 calories. We have 900. Okay, so our weight is 44. I don't think I can. I guess. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna. Let's just pass time. There's no benefit to really trying to get any kind of efficiency out of the time here. So let's just get to daylight, and then we can check this trailer. Saves the game, and there we go. 100%. Nice and easy. Ooh, we can sleep next to a corpse without knowing it. Now bear in mind it's going to be utterly, utterly freezing outside. First thing in the morning, it's absolutely brutal. Ooh. Ski jacket. I think we're wearing that already. Decent ski jacket. Okay. Shame. I guess our next stage is just let me just break this down. So I'm going to kill a bit of time, and also we're going to be using the reclaimed wood to craft soon. So double benefit to this. Alright, now we're starving, so let's get our weight down again. This is all about efficiency, so everything is planned, everything is efficient. So we brought all this food with us. It's very heavy. You'll notice I brought the heaviest food. So now I'm trying to get rid of it. We've broken down everything we can break down. Do we need any more? Don't really need any more cloth, so there's nothing to gain. That's it. Done. I'll sleep one more hour. Just to get the temperature up a bit. And again, it's about maximizing, minimizing the chances of risk. If that makes any sense. Alright, so crouch before we head outside, just in case. Very windy. Very, very cold. Minus... Oh, fucking shit. We've crashed. Alright, but at least we've crashed. We've just saved it. Alright, so I'm going to restart. Alright, here we are back again. So I just woke up. We have broken down that stuff and we're just about to go just pretty much the same place where we were. So, don't crash. Absolutely shitty conditions though, minus 34 degrees. This is not weather that I want to be travelling in, so fuck that. Boys and girls, we're going to do some reading. Actually, I'm going to repair my clothes because I got these socks and my hat's a bit foobar as well, so let's just kill some time. Failed. This is good as well because there's an abundance of cloth here if we need it. And we get to use up a sewing kit and then drop it. So again, efficiency. Let's do the other hat as well. These toques? Toques. Someone told me it's a toque. A Canadian subscriber. Ooh, sorry. Oh, I killed the sound. Every time you tab away from the game, the sound disappears, the background noise. It's a weird little quirk of the game. Because of course I'm recording in a window, right? So sometimes, actually when I'm playing by myself, I'll put it across 3 full screens and I love it. The immersion's just fantastic. Okay, so that failed. Sewing kit, broken report repair. Let's just drop that. How much cloth do we have left? 2. Don't really care. There will be cloth in the town we're going to, so not bothered. Let's just get to that town. Let's sneak in. Still windy, minus 25. Fucking hell. I'm still not going out. This sucks, waiting like this, but whatever. Take the pillow. It's 2 cloth. It's almost storm weather, you see. It's just shy of a storm. I'm just going to wait for things to calm down. Let's repair those jeans again. Okay, so we've got tons of sewing kits, doesn't matter. Let's see what it's like now. That kind of basic maintenance you need to do anyway sometimes, so it's all good. Better. Minus 12 is better. Much better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is think ahead. We're going to craft some torches. Doesn't need to be tons, just enough, so we have 2 now. Still got plenty of fuel. So I'll go for 2 more. So we're going to have 4 torches. That should be enough, in theory, to get in and out of the town. And as long as it's not windy... Fucking motherfucker. God. We just... Honestly, it's like sometimes you step in and you step out of a door and the weather changes. Just because you've stepped inside and outside. It's a bit of a annoying thing sometimes. It's just kind of unrealistic because that was perfect fucking weather. Okay, let's just take it on the chin. It's not that bad. With wind cover, it's -7 only, which is nothing on Interloper. So let's stick to the edges here. -7 is a walk in the park. So I'm not going to question it. Let's just take it. Let's run with it, roll with it. We should not, in theory, need to defend ourselves around here. Again, it's getting blustery to the point of almost storm-like weather, but the temperature's just not really supporting that, so I'm gonna just really stick to the sides, stay out of the wind, try and minimize the damage we get from this freezing cold and wind. And on the road here, I think we're pretty much safe. We'll get to the next series of... Oh, there's a wolf on the right. 2 wolves. We'll get to the next series of huts. I think they're fishing huts. And we'll stop there, we'll warm up, we'll sleep to save it. Well, just to warm up. And so I've got kind of a period of an evening. I've got 2-3 hours to actually play quite a few episodes in one go, so I am going to have to make a decision without your help about where we go and what we do next. I was wanting to ask you, because we kind of have a bit of a dilemma, but I'm just not going to get that opportunity to really ask you because I'm going to record this big chunk. There are 4 wolves out there, you see that? This is why we travel by road. So the dilemma is, number 1, do we want to go to Timberwolf Mountain and scale it or not? Okay, that's question 1. Question 2, if yes, at what point in time is it smartest to do that? We are at, where are we at? 23 days. And obviously the longer we go on, the worse the weather gets and the more frequent the storms are. So do we go for the summit of Timberwolf Mountain? And I'm honestly in 2 minds about it. One side of me says another shooting guide, that's absolutely useless. We'll burn that straight away because there are no weapons in Interloper. One side of me says yes, let's go for it. There are only 3 weeks to this game left because it's going to get wiped. The other side of me says play it properly, play it safe, play it the way you should play it. Play it the way people are asking you to play it. As in, don't take unnecessary risks just because you think you're gonna get killed anyway.
Can't feel my hands.
And bearing in mind, again, let's just go back to the beginning. I did say at the start of this series I'm going to go for longevity, so the smartest, the safest thing to do right now would be to stay in this region. This is probably the best region, aside from Mystery Lake, to survive. Particularly for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because you can counter cabin fever. You keep on going to the fishing huts again and again and again, and you can just sleep there. You get resources, and you counter cabin fever. It's brilliant. The other reason is, again, those same fishing huts. You get an easy, safe, with the emphasis on safe, because we have no gun, source of food. It just makes sense. Right, so as you can see, I'm taking the real high ground. If we do stick around here, we will focus on clothing. So we will... I can hear the bear. Just very faint footsteps at this stage.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
No sign of any wolves. It's just... I'm still standing rather than crouching. I can hear the bear, but I can't see it, so I guess it's not too close. I'm so glad I've got this fucking flare in my hand. So I'm taking a route, one of the safest routes into the town. Just because of visibility, really. And in fact, you can run into... Okay, now I'm crouching, I'm less worried.
Is it food or?
Okay, so just very quickly checking cars. And then we're going to head straight to the gas station. Don't believe there's any bear behind us. There's no sign of any wolves. This could be good. This could get us into some really nice crafting space. I'm not going to try and collect any kind of wood around here. I just don't want to be outside. It's too dangerous. Even standing around here makes me nervous. I want to crouch and crawl. Bear in mind we can't run, because I don't want to waste this shell we have in the flare either, so... And the wolves come right up to this gas station. And the visibility close as shit, so... Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Yes! That was good. That was good. That was very good. Okay. 8 degrees, we're not cold anymore. Let's think about and organise our shit a little bit. So, don't know why I left that metal there. It's entirely useless. For some reason I haven't checked any of these drawers. Why would I do that? I've just forgotten. It's just dumb. I think we're going to have quite a lot of energy, so this should be pretty productive. I don't really need to care too much about condition of the food because I know we're going to eat it. We're going to be here for a while, so let's just going to need to do some water at some point. Quick snack before we get started. Of course, first thing we're going to do is the bow. Just for management, I'm going to lay things out just so I know what I got. Everything I'm holding I'm going to use, so that's it. Okay. So, survival bow. Revised hatchet. Now I saw somebody do a trick where you drop your hatchet and it goes quicker. Let's just see. It does, look, that's knocked 2 hours off the time. Huh. Alright. That's a good little trick, that really is. Alright, so we've got tons of energy, we've got 4 hours of daylight left. We can just go... Let's just use that 4 hours. And then we're going to need to make some water. So let's go... 4 hours. Hey, what happened? Oops, wrong place. We're going to get this done nice and... We'll get this done tomorrow, basically. As soon as we have daylight again. Okay, 2.5 hours left. Our daylight has nearly gone. Let us eat. You see the storms are getting pretty frequent again. Now we're going to cook up a ton of water. I'm going to use all my sticks. This is the time to use some resources and repair our shit. And stuff like that. I'm not putting the food outside, by the way, because there's no point. I know we're going to eat it. I'm not ignoring that fact. So, I'm going to save that shooting guide for later. Actually, no. A match is worth more than a shooting guide, so let's just burn that up. I think we're playing it okay so far today. Yeah, so in terms of decision, I think we focus on clothing. We focus on the boots, deerskin boots, the deerskin pants, the wolf skin jackets, and I believe that you may be able to double up on the wolfskin jackets. I'm going to double check on that. Doesn't mean that I'm going to try, because to be honest I don't really want to tackle wolves unless I have to. There's just there's no point. Alright, and we're going to cook up a ton of water, that was really Australian. Let's go for 5 hours. We're going to be here for ages, so we have tons of energy. And there's tons of reclaimed wood in here, so we don't need to worry about that. So let's just go for the max. This is going to become one of our bases, so we really can't have too much water here. Go for another 3. I'm going to drop this out somewhere where I can see it because I'm forgetful. Once the fish is gone, we're going to start getting into our reserves. The kind of reserves that I really don't want to touch unless I have to be honest. Food reserves, I mean. We have those fish
A lot of gear.
in a tin. They last forever. And then we have the cattails, and they literally last forever as well, so I will try to starve before I use those. We're going to be up at 100% here. So water. I'm going to drop the water. I can't see shit. I'll drop the water out here. Nearly 10 litres. I'll drop 7. Just kind of organise this stuff. We'll sleep for the max, we will be at 100%. This is good. This is exceptionally good. We're having a good run. As you said, we are having a very good run indeed, so let's make the most of it. Okay. So you see how quickly our thirst goes down, really. Alright. So we've got tons of water. Let's finish our bow. Let's not do it with a hatchet. Drop that. Alright. Improvised knife. I'm not gonna destroy now. 88%. I was scared that I was gonna destroy the knife somehow. That's just paranoia. I'm not really too concerned about how long these run, by the way. I know quite a few of you asked me for longer episodes. That's totally cool with me. Sometimes, for no particular reason, I just like doing the kind of cliffhanger stuff. I guess mixing it up. But at the moment, we're kind of into like mid to late game, and I know you guys. I guess it depends on the audience, because I know that you guys, you're here for the long haul. You want to see how this series plays out, and you're not really concerned about am I playing in this episode or the next episode or whatever. In the earlier part of the series, I think I'm aiming more for you know, trying to gain as much interest as I can. You know, if people sort of stumble across a video on YouTube, I want them to kind of get pulled in by it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm actually letting myself starve here. Because I know that we can recover all that condition easy overnight. So I'm just going to use all this daylight. When it gets dark, I'll do a bit of crafting. This is just, you know, real maintenance kind of stuff. Cool. So, here we go. We have four arrows. and a brand new bow. This is good. This is very good. And we're just about to run out of daylight, so let's head back to our bed. We're gonna... Actually, I have an idea. I've noticed if you have the slightest bit of daylight left and you start breaking something down, you can finish it. So, just like that. You actually can go into darkness. If it was already dark, the game would not let you begin. Oh, I've come the wrong way. And just about make out stuff. Right, so I'm back at the bed. The only thing I can really do when it's dark is repair. So that's precisely what we're going to do. We're going to repair our shit. Use our whetstones. I have 3 whetstones, so this really isn't an issue. I can starve my way through this, so that's not an issue either. I'm going to get these up to 100%. This is just a good... It's the most efficient time to be doing this. It's good maintenance. Okay, in terms of clothing, it's pretty obvious to anyone that we should aim for the deerskin stuff first. That's relatively easy because we scare deers towards wolves. We will then either scare off the wolves or kill them. So again, it's just about maximizing our what we can do. There's obviously risk in that too, so I may or may not, I may start a fire near a wolf that's eating a deer, and then you kind of, you have a shot at the wolf, and if you miss, you run behind the fire, and that's a way to kind of save yourself. So you can take a risk by taking a wolf on, but you don't actually... You're not really concerned about getting attacked and hurt badly. Okay, so 7 hours of daylight left. Let's see how much we can sleep. This is the last of our ready food. This will get us back up to 100%. I really want to just craft as many arrows as I can, to be honest. Daylight, just want less than an hour of daylight left. That is literally perfect. Utterly ideal. Let's get crafting again. Of course, I want to craft all 12 of those arrows. They do get lost really quite easily. I'm just kind of looking under stuff because Hinterland loves to hide bits and bobs around. There. So let's get our arrows done. Let's just see how this plays out. See how much time it takes, how much condition we lose because of starvation. I guess we don't really need to travel next, so that's good. What would be a good idea is to head back to... I forget the name of the house. I always forget the name of the house. That farmstead. Not the farmstead. Homestead. The one next to Jackrabbit Island. The other island. Because we have stuff that is curing there. Oh, we also need to go back to... No, we don't have stuff. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We need to go back to the connector Crumbling Highway, don't we? Oh shit, we've got no more feathers. Of all the fucking things. Oops. We had 30 odd. Oh god. And I just wasn't concerned about feathers. Oops. That's a bit of a blunder. We're just about to run out of food. Let's go to the fishing hut next. Before we do that though, let's keep on crafting. Let's just get 1 or 2. I just want to have them to have with us. Don't need many. The guts now. Take 2. 2's enough. Because we, at some point, we want to get started on our gloves, don't we? our gloves will come from. Leave that water there. Our gloves will come from. Now I know these lose condition, because I'm going to leave them inside. I'm just so fucking forgetful. Honestly, I am. I'm terrible. I'm taking the leader. Right, so we're heading to the fishing hut. Let's go do our thing. Our weight is actually really, really good. 32.5. Alright, let's do this properly. I don't know when I'm going to come back here. It might be a while, so let's put this round. Let's put this outside. Let's just do this right. Let's play it properly. Let's put it somewhere really obvious. It's minus 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. There's no food to leave there, so that's all fine. Now I'm coming back in to save the game there. We've made quite a lot of progress, so just making sure I save it. I'll just chuck that somewhere. There's nothing really we can break down anymore, that's it. Oh, yeah, that, I'm taking that. Yeah, we've stripped this buffalo's bare. Okay. I think I'll stop it here. And, yeah, I'll carry on straight away in the next one. Ciao for now.